Hallo und willkommen zurück zu der Forgotten City mit eurer Eule. Heute geht's mal ins Amphitheater oder so. Und ich glaube, dass hier akut tatsächlich noch gar nicht so viel Spannendes passiert. Hier liegt ziemlich viel Zeug rum. Kissen, Foren. Er schien zumindest glücklich, als er vergoldet wurde. Wo geht es denn hier hin? Ah. Kann man abkürzen. Oh, wo wir hier sind. Hey du, ich möchte gerne Sachen kaufen.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Ja, Dacius, ich mag dich so. Oh, habt ihr eine Ahnung, wer Virgil bedroht? Von wem Virgil bedroht wird?
I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something. She was headed to the baths not long ago.
Ja, ich weiß.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Gut, da.
Oh, you have it. I'm impressed.
Danke. Gegenstand nehmen.
Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else?
Werde jetzt
Very
gehen.
well. Another time.
Aber ich fürchte, für Julia kommen wir schon zu spät. Nein, sie lebt noch.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Kein Problem, ich habe welches.
What? Quick, give it here. Julia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
Julia, hör auf die Heilerin.
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
So ähnlich. Nein, ich will nicht lügen. Ehrlich, ihr würdet nicht glauben, wenn ich es euch sagen würde.
Ah, look. If you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments.
Großartig, ich muss mich
And
dringend
maybe
mit
she
ihr
can
unterhalten.
tell us who poisoned her and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
So, was ist eure Geschichte? Stimmt, wir haben uns ja auch noch gar nicht richtig unterhalten.
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Oh, wie seid ihr hier gelandet?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place, at least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Und wieder der Fluss. Warum arbeitet ihr in einem Schrein?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Ich wusste nicht, dass Apollon der Gott der Krankheiten ist. Wer ist Nevia?
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Wer?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Ich werde sehen, was ich tun kann.
Thanks, I suppose.
Wisst ihr, wie man hier rauskommt?
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Was haltet ihr von der goldenen Regel?
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Ich höre ständig die Statuen flüstern. Ist das normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Wir haben schon über Nevia gehört.
Anything about what?
Können wir über Julia sprechen?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Habt ihr gehört, dass sie etwas über eine Flucht gesagt hat? Glaubt ihr, sie wurde vergiftet oder war es selbstverschuldet?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Hat sie etwas über eine Flucht gesagt?
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid.
Na gut, danke.
Gladly.
Das reicht auch.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Julia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Yay, wir haben was geschafft. Julia. Oh, Julia sieht sehr unglücklich aus.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Könnt ihr mir sagen, was euch widerfahren ist?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Oh je. Ich wüsste gern, wie euch jemand vergiften konnte, ohne die goldene Regel zu brechen.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Haben sie euch vergiftet?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Ich kann euch nicht helfen, wenn ihr mir nicht sagt, was geschehen ist.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
Na dann, ich habe alle Zeit der Welt.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Dachtet ihr, ihr wärt hier raus, bevor ihr den Kredit zurückzahlen müsst?
I'm not proud of it, but yes. I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
Oh oh, Schilling ist giftig.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Hätte das nicht die goldene Regel gebrochen?
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
Das habt ihr euch selbst vergiftet.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
Nein, ich mache jetzt keine Vorwürfe.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
Wie geht es jetzt für euch weiter?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started, Only this time. I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Kann ich vielleicht irgendwie helfen?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Vielleicht kann ich ihm auch helfen.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
Mal gucken, vielleicht schaffen wir es ja rechtzeitig dahin. Grummel, Grummel, Grummel. Das ist die falsche Seite. Eile, laufe. Das ist auch die falsche Seite. Immerhin wissen wir schon, wo er ist. Uah! Wir haben nur vergessen, wie man Leiter benutzt. Sag mal. Was schubst einen denn da immer von der Wand weg? Und schnell. Er steht noch da. Aber ich muss mich beeilen. Schnell, 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 schnell.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the golden rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not?
Ja,
How are you
keine Zeit,
faring so
Octavia.
far? All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No, 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 no.
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing?
Hör mir zu.
Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
Ja,
Please, you need to talk to him.
auf mich. Ich möchte immer noch meine Maus haben. So, ich rede mit ihm.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Ja. Ist es das, was Centilla wollen würde?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
Ihr würdet mir nicht glauben, wenn ich es jetzt sagen würde.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Vielleicht kann ich helfen.
It's too late for that. Julia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Ich habe schon Julias Leben gerettet und ich würde euch ebenfalls gern helfen. Oder Lucretia konnte nur noch rechtzeitig etwas Sylphien bekommen und sie retten. Sie wird wieder gesund.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
So. Nein, habe ich nicht, aber ich könnte das nötige Geld aufbringen.
No. No. Time's up. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Don't. Ach Mann, wir sind so weit
I
gekommen.
can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Ja, aber heute nicht. Da springen wir jetzt nicht nochmal runter. Aber wir könnten versuchen... Hier war doch ein Seil. Einmal mit dem Magistraten zu sprechen. Hui. Da kann ich leider nicht hoch. Kommt mal gut voran. So, der Magistrat wohnt da oben. Da ist er ja.
Citizen,
Hallo? Wir müssen bei ein
we're
paar Dinge
finally
reden.
alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Ja, ja, wir kennen uns schon.
We have? Wait,
Danke.
if I understand I must have...
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Ja, das...
Seems rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
Also... Ich möchte, dass sie Duli befreit.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
Was genau hat er eigentlich getan?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
Ja. Ich möchte noch über andere Dinge
Ask
sprechen.
then.
Nee, das ist tatsächlich gar nicht.
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Ich möchte darüber reden.
Of course. What is it?
So. Da, vielleicht kann er gegen den was tun.
What? An assassin? What are you talking about?
Er wurde scheinbar von Nero geschickt, um einen gewissen Quinctius in dieser Stadt zu ermorden.
Then what are you doing here talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go, quickly. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy of Rome and authorize his execution by your hand. Forthwith.
Würde das nicht gegen die goldene Regel verstoßen?
I don't believe so, no. It's not a crime to carry out the lawful order of a magistrate.
Na gut.
Anyway you can. Despite my weapons ban, it's been my experience one can always find a weapon if one looks hard enough.
Gut.
Thank you. Please act quickly before it's too late.
Naja, jetzt darf ich das zumindest machen. Da ich aber immer noch keine Waffe habe, muss ich mir was einfallen lassen. Aber vielleicht kann ich da im Forum nochmal mit dem sprechen, ob ich vielleicht einen Bogen bekomme. Aber das mache ich nicht mehr heute. Für heute haben wir genug versucht, Leute zu retten. Nur so halb erfolgreich. Naja, ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen und auf Wiedersehen.